So many stories, so many pains.
All around the productions.
Stories of heart, murder, holiness, love, passion, passion, passion. To not be able to speak when you want to be heard. Who would be the one? Clairvoyancy, clairaudiency. Any way we can get it done. Someone's got to do it. Paranormal, but who will be the one? There are many. There are many. We need a whisperer. So now we begin our journey. Now we start our travels. A place they say online they call Katie's Church. But not the real Katie's Church, oh no. But a fascinating place indeed. Rumored to have legacies of demons. That this Katie's Church that takes us to a place in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Devils haunt the place, they say. So much that a pastor would have his very body buried into the floors of its chapel walls. But think about this a minute. Think about it just a little minute. Chapel walls and a pastor underneath. The stories of a Katie who hangs herself from a tree outside of the church, despaired from a lost loved one on the way home from war. So whether it's the Katie's Church or whether it's the preacher's palace, let's see if the spirits are real.
is like one of the smallest cemeteries I have found. Little gate. It's like a hole in the wall. And this is called Garden of Peace Cemetery. Kind of like a little hole in the wall cemetery. We're going to go inside. This is one of quite a few that are here. And everybody should do this if you have loved ones. We'll definitely look more into that. No littering, no trespassing after hours. Check this out. I mean, look at this. It's like mimicking me or something, I don't know. But, I'm going to tell you more about what it is that I plan to do next. For those who know me, my name is Daniel Ruff, former host of Constitution Drive, the series. We're going to be doing exotic places, haunted places throughout the Lehigh Valley. We like to call this Lehigh Valley Ghost Hunt, where we're really not ghost hunting, but in a way we are. We're going to go to some of the oddest places that would said to possess spiritual presences. Here I am at the Peace Garden. It's like a hole in the wall cemetery, but actually pretty nice. It's very well kept and in nice condition. You can get a look around. Very nice. Well, it's here where I'm kind of investigating into the story of a little abandoned church that is now locked up, said to be used as an individual's tomb. Some people have made documentaries on the place about it being called Katie's Church. When I first started to do it, I titled it Katie's Church myself, to find out that the Katie's Church legend is actually not even the same thing as this. Katie's Church is actually located in central Pennsylvania in an area called Exchange, PA. Where I'm at is in Fullerton Avenue, Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Part of the Hillside Cemetery. They run several of the cemeteries in the area. And what it is that I'm doing is I'm going to check out some of these places, take a couple pictures, see if we can't find some kind of orbs, or we're going to run the ghost radar, see if we can pick anything up. I've just been in here just a few minutes already, and have already found an interesting. I find it fascinating to find the graves of children. I have here a Geringer. As you can see, 1895 to 1973, 1893 to 1989. It's a pretty long age. Apparently they had a child that lived to be only 4 years old. As sad as it is. No particular stories that I know of behind this. It just grabbed my attention and I thought I'd get it on film. But we're going to take a few pictures and stuff and see if we pick up any orbs or anything like that here. And we're on the ghost radar and see if anything pops up. Alright, so here we go. This area, oh look at it, I get juniors coming in. Take a look, here's a new one. Just put there, 1913. Rest his soul, brand new. A lot of hidden area though, a lot of extra grass. But all the way over there, graveyard, tombstones, a little awkward. Now we are in on the second cemetery, which I thought was part of Hillside. I came up and the sign says, I looked for it on the map and everything. Turns out it's Sacred Heart Cemetery. I didn't know they had one. Coming down here is what the video said was Katie's Church, and I found out that is not Katie's Church. If you can see it down there, that's where we are going. There's somebody's body has been buried in that church. That's Junior, by the way. I just spoke to a guy down there that his brother and his sister are buried in here down there. He said for years ago they used to be able to come down and get into this church. It was open for the public for people to see. Let me, you can't really see in the windows with the camera, but when you look in, I don't know how well you guys can see in there. The pews are still in there. When you come to the other window, you can, beautiful work that was done when they designed it. It's a real small. I don't know how well you can see in there. A lot of reflection and whatnot, but pretty cool stuff. You don't really feel the airy feeling in here at all. I don't anyway, at least not in the daytime. I haven't been here at night yet. Maybe I'll come out tonight and check it out. But what a building. Either way, it's a beautiful piece of work. Sacred Heart graveyard. And the only story that I can find as far as the human body being buried inside, that would have to probably be up there, because it's not on the first floor. I'll try to do more research and see what I can do about coming up. I found some phone numbers and connections, so we will see.
Through our stories, we find some legends to be self-evident, while others we feel that represent themselves into false identity of very stories that were made up to have one's popularity and publicity enhanced. Although legends are created from stories, whether false or true, to tarnish the reputation of a soul that once walked upon the earth. Be sure that the stories that you tell are very real.
Well, here we are. The self-proclaimed Katie's Church, which I now know for a fact is not Katie's Church. I'm here. There it is. It is a unique place, even though after I had already found out it's not Katie's Church. I still found it to have gotten my attention. They say never go in a ghost hunt alone. And the best time is around the break of night. And Usually right before or after a rain. Well, I'm here by myself, doing the entire show actually by myself pretty much. Had a little appearance here and there from Junior, but he just happened to show up. I find this place really unique. I was here before and I got good vibes from it. I didn't get bad vibes. I've had some people tell me that there were demons in the church. I know I don't believe that to be true, I should say. The other story about this is about a man who buried himself in the floor, or was buried in the floor of the church after his death. I thought it was a hoax too, I admit it. I said it earlier in the show. But over here in this, outside the graveyard, there's a little family-owned business where they build these tombstones, they sell them. And I went in to talk to them because I heard that they have a lot to do with all the graveyards here. Basically, they told me that the story was true. That a man is buried in the floor of this chapel. And this is the chapel. I mean, I find it amazing. It's been closed. I've had a Spanish guy tell me that you used to be able to walk right into it. And I tried to look into the windows and it was really hard to see last time. We can try now. I don't know how well. It doesn't look very promising. Big bees there though. One just went into that hole right there. One just went into that hole. Oh, I don't know if you see it. There it is. There's definitely bees up in there. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. Now, I figured I'd come a little earlier. I want to be here when it first gets dark. Is why I'm here. But also I figured I'd come a little earlier to try to see if I could feel Enda vibes and see if I can find any evidence or proof. I'm going to go around the building and film the building. One thing I did think was weird though, like you look at the tombstones here. A few of them have the names in the back. I don't know if that's, these don't. There seems to be something on there though, but I'm gonna check the front of the church out, but I also want to go around it. I'm looking to see what I can find. I mean, it's really weird. You got these little openings that going in. I mean, see the cracks in the building. But I find it so fascinating for some reason. See what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cracks. Of course, the bees, like I told you. Oop, 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 yeah. We'll get around them. I'm not worried too much about them. As long as there ain't no bot flies, am I right? Like, here's the back of it. This, I don't know what this used to be. Probably, perhaps, part of it. It looks like it was closed up. See? So there was more to this. Little, whoop. Oh, shit, not what I thought it was. See, so I'm looking more and more into this. I mean, you look at the walls, I mean, they're cracking. Not the safest building to go into, I would say. I have seen worse. If you watch my Constitution Drive the series, I mean, it's definitely not safe anymore. Which is why I heard the real reason why they closed it. It wasn't vandalism. Actually, it seemed people held a respect for this building. Forgive me as I continue to look around, as the place is pretty big. Is it getting a little spooky now that it's getting a little darker? Yeah, a little bit. I'm starting to feel a vibe change a little bit. Yet again, more tombstones, names in the back. It's like the ones that seem to be around this particular thing. Now let's see if I can look in there a little bit. I'm going to take some more pictures, of course. More damage to the sides of the building. And these odd crosses that I found. Odd crosses like this, should I say. Oh, American flag knocked down. Pick that bad boy back up and stick it back in there. I did my deed. But like these, really old. There's a couple of them around here. See, there's a couple right there. They're made of solid metal. And I've seen more. But back to this. What I intend to do here tonight is, well, like I said, I'm looking for clues. Now look at this. I don't know what that means. It looks like possibly German. Try to get a better. Died in 1899. Definitely, I'm guessing it's German. Around this time, most of the immigrants in the area were German. Some form of European. I have to find out what that means. Maybe perhaps this is the guy that's buried in the floor of the church. I have to do some checkout onto this. We'll translate it. I'll run that through my computer later. And I find these weird, I've noticed these from the car. Rock rot, I don't know. I mean, do rocks rot, really? I mean, I've seen cases of it, but I mean, like, only in particular spots that seem to have a connection. Yeah, I keep hearing stuff in the distance. Being nervous here by myself, yeah, a little bit. This is why I trust in the good Lord to protect me over this. I'll look around a little bit. I'm gonna try to take some pictures. Take a break and take some pictures, and I just turned it back on. I'm sitting here taking a couple pictures, and I'm just a little far from the church. Not far. See, there it is. Now there's a big church up this way, and there's one down this way. I'm actually hearing church music now. I don't know if you can hear it. Listen. I hope it stopped. That was really strange because no church services are going on right now. It's a little crazy. It's a first for me to experience that anyway. Alright, I'm back at the car. I just happened to notice some people looking at me, like staring at me. There they go now. Oh, but they're walking down that way, so I don't know what that's about. Right before the sun goes down, we got human spies. I'm looking around to see if there's anybody else. Sometimes in a place like this, the most haunted thing is the people. But we're about to play with the radar for a little bit. I'm going to experiment with the ghost radar. Throughout my life, do I believe in ghost radar, first off? Do I think that it's official and that it works? Throughout my life, there are times that I have been clairvoyant, where I have noticed and realized the presence of spirits. Sometimes seeing what it is that they once said. I've contacted with spirits on several occasions, not just through clairvoyancy, but also clairaudiency. And mainly clairaudient. I have a lot of clairaudient. I can hear a lot sometimes. And am I crazy? Absolutely not. There are many, 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 many people who have this. Don't mind me, I'm looking around and being aware of my environments. I'm here. As far as the ghost radar is concerned, I've experimented with a lot of them. I've used electronic magnetic field finders, which are helpful with finding the energies and stuff, which is true, but it doesn't really help with communicating with them. I am anti-Ouija board. I do not use the Ouija board. I have other ways that I use to communicate, and ghost radar, out of all of them, have been the most accurate. I can say that there's been several moments where I've used it involving my own father, and the words that have come up were amazing. I can say I've used a lot of them, and several of them have, I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. But something about ghost radar made me check it out, and it was a video from a lady named Maya on the internet. Many of you may have seen some of her videos. She filmed the video with the ghost with the two dogs on Constitution Drive. She had gone up to Constitution Drive and used it right after a moment when I was up there. And the ironic part was the spirits there told her that I was there. And I thought that was real interesting, and I became intrigued with it. So I decided to get it and check it out. And I can say it's confusing sometimes, but it is the most accurate that I've seen. And I can definitely say that with a clear conscience. Enough to say that I would use it. The words sometimes can be puzzling because we don't know who it is we're speaking to. We don't know what it is they're saying, and out of a whole sentence, unless you know the subject, which is the reason why the research and everything is important. Unless you know the subject, it'll take out of a whole sentence the ghost may say, spirit may say, whatever you want to call it. It'll pick up one word, and it'll expose that one word. It's just narrowing it down to who's the one saying it. And the question is, right now, I am very interested in this church, and I'm about to try it now. I haven't run the ghost radar yet, but there was a guy that was just there in a car dumping some stuff into a garbage can. I thought maybe he worked for the church or cemetery or something. I went up to approach him. He was really avoiding to talk to me, and definitely didn't want to talk. That was a little weird. Like he was in a rush to get out of here. I was going to try to get him on camera, but he refused. That was really awkward. Alright, it's me. Getting dark. It's starting to drizzle a little bit. I pulled out the ghost radar. We're going to watch the ghost radar. See if anything pops up. This is the ghost radar. I'm going to walk closer to the church. See if anything pops up. It's early yet. So far, nothing. Going to the front step, right there it is. Writing in while I'm here, as I go up the step, and there's scratching stuff and people hanging out. But that, I don't know if I can make that out. Try to keep it there for a second. Back to the radar. So far, nothing, which is odd because usually I get something right away, especially in a graveyard. So far, nothing. It is reading up. There we go.
Dot.
Yep, there's the dot. That's really weird. When they show up, it's a dot. They show up as a dot. Pretty accurate. Oh, there we go. Would anybody like to say anything? The medium tempered. Starting to rain a little bit. If it starts to rain too much, I'm going to have to wrap it up. It's pretty dark. It's getting darker. I'm here by myself. I'm not worried about it.
Mike.
Oop. Mike. Oop, and right there he is. He's standing right next to me, apparently. As soon as I look, he disappears. People mistake me for the name Mike many times. I got arrested once under the name Mike. I happened to look like a guy in the picture, and I had a warrant. And I told the cop that he asked me if it was me, and I said my name was Mike. There he is again. And sure enough, it was a Mike that they were looking for. He goes, "You could have said any other name and we would have let you walk." Really weird. Maybe that's a sign of warning. So far, the spirits seem pleasant. Very pleasant. There's definitely one around me. I just get the feeling that the spirit of this church is a good one. And I want to prove it. It keeps showing up in the same area. It's like technically, the way I'm standing, it would be sitting in my back car right now, right there. I'm a friend. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to show that you were good. Would you care to come out? Show yourself. Speak to me. A lot of noises around me. The cars are up that way, but that's not what I'm hearing, like a little banging noise. There we go. Playing peekaboo, eh? Playing games. Sometimes you see them and they don't speak anything because the program of this is designed for English words only. I'm sure if I had programmed Spanish words would pop up, or German. Looking around a little bit. It's pretty dark out here. I got a good camera, so it's looking lighter in the camera than it actually is. Can we get something, please? It's getting pretty dark, and we still have somebody floating around us.
With.
Oh. You are with them. there's more than one. I'm going to try to catch it where...
State.
I don't know. We have to look at that scene right there. I want to see that again because that's where I seen that. It's state. I don't know what it means by state. But very interesting what is happening here. And we have a kid with a bike over there, so... Kid and a bike. A couple of people are walking. You might be able to hear them. I'll try to get them. I'll try to get them. Right there. A few people walking together. Down here it's drizzling a little bit. Bats in the sky, look at that. I hope you've seen that. That was a bat. We'll probably see him again. The bats are out. It's nighttime. My camera just acknowledged it's nighttime. And we are here. We are here. A self-proclaimed, or other proclaimed, Katie's Church. I'm sure by the end of this episode we will have a new name for it. Little lights that just came on the grave. Things people buy, I guess, as gifts. Or what have you. We're here trying to get a look around. Believe it or not, you can see better out here with the camera than you can without it. It sees far way better. Picking up little bits on the Ghost Radar. Not too much. Feeling a light near me though. Hold on, let's check down here real quick. I don't know if it looked like somebody was just there. Maybe a shadow. Could have sworn I just seen someone right there. Looking for more to Ghost Radar. Just saw something right there. An apparition. I did. In fact, I think I might still get it. If I can zoom in. And let's see, it's raining now, people, and rain is very good for some reason for apparitions. People like to blame it as an excuse, but believe it or not, on a slow zoom. That right there, I don't know if you see it. I'm still zooming. Oh, fucking ran. Where'd it go? It just went over that way somewhere. Hold on a minute. Just... that's weird. What's that? Alright. I just saw it run. It was like right there in the middle of the road. Like a misty, a white mist. More like gray, actually. It's almost like you can still see it. But when I got too close, it moved. Go straight see, let me get this up real quick. Now maybe we'll get, it's dark, man, it's dark. We're here.
Sound.
Yeah, there it goes. Here's a sound. It's coming from the church, actually. Here. That's red. It's actually coming from the direction of the church. Oh, shit. They're everywhere. They're coming out from everywhere. Smaller than what? We just heard something come from the church. Oh, shit. I definitely heard
Hour.
it. Look at this. They're everywhere. They're technically right behind me. Oh, it's the hour for them to come out. Smaller. Alright, we're getting contact, people. I'm going to try to see if I can film around a little bit. See if we can see something. Tombstone. A lot of contact right now. We just got a lot of contact. And not all of it felt good. There was at least one in there that was a little, still hearing sounds. Noises from the church, like a clocking. I'm not moving. The power of the Lord protects me. He shields my soul, and my soul is my life. I was getting ready to leave, and I got done talking to a guy in a red pickup truck just a couple of seconds ago, and he just got done telling me, you know, I was telling him what I was in here doing. He was looking for a section or something like that, and we got into talking about Constitution Drive, the series, and how he grew up down there. He watched some of the episodes, and told me an interesting rumor about one of the reverends here. I'm assuming it's John Moss. I do not know any fact if this is true. It's just a rumor, story, legend, whatever you want to call it. But apparently, one of the mothers had become pregnant. Mothers of the church, breaking the code of the church, became pregnant at 40-some years old and had a daughter that she proclaimed to be Reverend, I guess, Moss's. I'm assuming he's the Reverend that she's referring to because it matches the time frame of what he was talking about. And basically, she would raise this little girl, and there was a curse placed upon her for breaking the rules of the church, that her daughter would never be able to raise her own children. And the weird part is about this. They're said to be buried in this graveyard, and I'm about to go find it. This may be that bad vibe that I was feeling the other night when I was here. So basically, she had 2 children, from what I understand. None of them made it past a year old. Well, let's go find out. Alright, so we're still here. I end up to find a interesting situation. There I am. Just so you know, I'm still here. There's the church. I talked to an individual over here, older man, who tells me a very interesting story. I'm going to move into the shade over here a minute. And right now I'm looking for it. He said it would be over here, in this direction somewhere. If you can, so somewhere in this direction, facility, on the far end, away from the church. Hold on, I'm trying to get my phone out of my hand. From the far end of the church, that there was a mother to the church. One of the mothers, meaning as in religious mother, nun, who broke the oath of the church, and at 40 some years old became pregnant with a child. Turned out to be a little girl, and was supposedly cursed. And I don't know, when it comes to curses, you never know what it is. The church decided that, despite that anybody of members of the church would have a spot to be buried in here, obviously, that they had to keep that vow, but they decided to somehow put her at the farthest end, like away to the very borderlines of the church, like barely in it. The curse is that her daughter would, because of the fact that she broke the oath of nunnery and wasn't allowed to have children, she ended up with a daughter in her 40s, rumored to be of the pastor, who knows, and was disregarded, I guess you could say, by the biological father of the little girl. The little girl would grow up and become married, but the curse would be that she would never be able to hold her own children, that she would never be able to raise her own children as a punishment for what her mother did. I don't know how true, how should I say? I know the story seems to be true from what the guy told me. In fact, there he goes right there, that red truck. That's him right there. Doesn't want to be on the tape, I understand that. But told me about to come down here and that I would find this, I guess, little group of tombstones. As I walked over in this area, I start to feel more of that darker vibe I was talking about, like that anger that I said that I felt the other day. So now I'm going to try to follow it, and I'm going to try to go in the direction now. There, the borderline of the church would be right along this fence. Said to be buried in here is the mother herself, meaning the mother, church mother. Wow, look at that. Freaking big thing tipping over, it's sinking in. That whole thing's just a matter of time before this falls over. But I don't think this is it. This doesn't look very safe, it's sinking in. Nonetheless, I follow my sense over here. Apparently, the mother of the church is buried in this area, along with her daughter, with the daughter's husband, and the grave of the 2 children. I'm looking, I'm trying to feel this out. Wow, I feel it stronger now. I think 2 little tombstones there. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, interesting. 2 little ones. Oh, look at this. Didn't even make it a year old. Died 11 months old. S1ep1 and Joseph Carl S1ep1, 1928 to 1929. Here, try to move some of this stuff away a little bit. Made it to be a couple days before a year old. Didn't even make it to the first birthday. Just a week away from the first birthday. Absolutely unbelievable. What is that a picture of? It looks like a cat. Like a mountain lion or something. Or a lamb maybe. Maybe a lamb. That one apparently would have been brother and sister. Look at this. And exactly a year different. 1927 and 1928. Okay. And then we have 1928 to 1929. So for the 2 were alive at the same time. August 16. You're talking July 16. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, check this out. This child died, or was born July 19th, 1928. While this child died July 16th, 1928. 3 days apart. 3 days away from meeting each other for the first time, brothers and sisters. Isn't that really weird? It's extremely... Then we got here... Oh, there she would be. Mother Sabina Ethenrodhofer. 1861 to 1938. Actually fits the exact time frame of our Reverend over there, John Moss. Yes, we do. And Joanna Sepp must have been the daughter. And her husband, I mean, look at her age. 1902 to 1978. 1899 to 1980. That must have been her husband. Makes sense. She must have been her daughter. The 2 children. Wow. One child dies 3 days before the next was born. There you go.
What spirit would have come around the chapel and be so disturbed that the chapel is being investigated? Why do all the spirits seem so nice and pleasant, but one? Not unpleasant to the point of murder, but angry of a feminine nature, a female, a mother. Why? Why? So our mother dances with the father and has a child. Yes, has a child. A child that has refused to have children. What a story of deceitfulness and deception.